Hi, and welcome to Cuisine Secrets. I'm Julie Hardigan. What better place for a chef to sample a variety of new things than at a trade show? And I'm not talking just any trade show. I'm talking about PLMA's annual show that was held in Chicago. With over 30,000 products from 1,500 companies, this is where all your favorite supermarkets source new foods to include in their store brand collection. There were so many interesting things on display. When we come back, we'll take a look at some fun new food trends from the show floor.
How can you save time and money when you shop? Get into the habit of buying your store's store brands. You get the same quality as national brand and save at the cash register. No apps, no coupons, just money in your pocket. Give store brands a try and smile your way through the supermarket.
Welcome back. There were so many amazing new products to see at the show, but here are a few that caught my eye. Nut butters of all types have been super popular with consumers for snacking and also for baking. This booth has some really great twists like chocolate almond butter and savory varieties of peanut butter too. This Thai peanut butter would be amazing in stir fries. They also have barbecue and mole peanut butter that would be wonderful in chilies, dipping sauces, or to make deeply flavored grill sauces. I've seen powdered peanut butter in supermarkets and love using it in my recipes. It's a fantastic way to cut fat and calories. But I haven't seen powdered almond or hazelnut butter like this. They would be perfect for people with peanut allergies or those who are trying to watch their weight. You just stir in some water and get a delicious, creamy nut butter result with way less calories and fat. Now, you've probably seen matcha lattes and matcha desserts at your favorite cafe. This form of green tea is being used in so many fun ways in the cooking world. It's actually made by grounding up dried, young green tea leaves into a powder for a punch of flavor. This booth had a whole display of different grades of matcha, from ceremonial for traditional Japanese tea making, all the way through different culinary grades to use in recipes like these adorable cookies. On a recent trip to Japan, I saw entire bakeries dedicated to matcha ice cream, tiramisu, cakes, you name it. And this trend is definitely making its way across the US too. There's a specific process to make drinkable matcha, and they even showed me how. You add it to a bowl with hot water and quickly whisk in an M and W pattern to fully incorporate it into the water to make tea. And if you're baking with matcha, you just add it to your recipe with the dry ingredients. Korean food and flavors continue to grow in popularity across the US, and this booth had such a fun way to try the trend in an easy way with a kimchi seasoning powder. It has the same spicy, tangy flavor of kimchi and would be amazing on popcorn, in ramen or soups, or to sprinkle on noodles for a little Korean flavor boost. Right next door was a booth featuring a variety of kimchi products. They have shelf-stable kimchi, which is a great idea. You usually need to buy kimchi fresh and keep it in the refrigerator, but this version comes in small containers you can keep on hand to use anytime. It has that savory, pickled, spicy flavor of traditional kimchi. I love adding it to soups, stir fries, omelets, or noodle dishes. Fermented foods like kimchi have been very popular for health reasons too. They also have a fun bottled kimchi marinade that would be delicious on chicken, pork, or beef, and even kimchi-flavored seaweed snacks. A huge trend at the show is plant-based food products. We saw lots of meat replacement items and plant-based sausage, bacon, just like chicken nuggets, meatballs, and burgers. Even Dunkin' Donuts and Burger King have them on their regular menus now. So many people are moving to plant-based diets for health and environmental reasons. And it's fantastic that supermarkets are offering them as store brands for better value. Let's begin with this vegan bacon. It looks, tastes, and smells amazing. One of the foods many vegans say they miss the most is bacon, and this one really hits the mark. Check it out, it even has the same classic striping as bacon. You just pan fry until crispy and enjoy. Plant-based desserts were also popular on the show floor, and this booth had the most incredible cheesecake made with lima bean protein powder. It has the most amazing creamy texture and no funny aftertaste. You wouldn't miss the dairy at all. Another wonderful food to use instead of meat is jackfruit. It's a tropical fruit with a flavor similar to hearts of palm that you would have in a salad. You can shred it to use in place of chicken or pork in recipes. This booth has canned barbecue jackfruit, canned in mayo like tuna, and also plain to use however you'd like. There are actually two types of canned jackfruit on the market. Green young jackfruit in brine is best in savory recipes because it has a more neutral flavor. The yellow ripe jackfruit in syrup is sweeter and used for desserts, smoothies, or for snacking. I've seen pre-made jackfruit in sauces like barbecue, and they had some here too for us to try. Let's take one of the trends we saw at the PLMA show into the kitchen with an easy recipe for you to try at home. My vegan jackfruit tacos are a simple, delicious, plant-based meal your whole family will love. But before we begin cooking, you may be wondering, what the heck is a jackfruit? A relative of figs and breadfruit, jackfruit originated in tropical areas of Southeast Asia and is also grown in Brazil and Africa. What we're using here today is canned young or unripe jackfruit. For perspective, a ripe jackfruit weighs between 30 to 50 pounds. While it's technically a fruit, when it's young, its firm consistency is similar to a cooked chicken or pork. It also has a really neutral taste, so it takes on the flavor of whatever sauce or seasoning you pair it with. And unlike meat, jackfruit contains no saturated fat or cholesterol and is also low in calories with just 40 calories per 5-ounce serving. It also contains fiber and heart-healthy potassium, so it's a great healthy choice for tacos. Let's begin. So you're gonna need 2 20-ounce cans of jackfruit, and let me just show you here. This is what it looks like coming out of the can. It's got like a firm texture, no scent. You're gonna rinse and drain it in a colander, and then once it's dry, we're gonna cut it up, not a ton, just into smaller pieces to make it easier to cook. So it's a good idea to cut like this down the center, just to start to break it into pieces. But after we cook it, it's really gonna fall apart into that yummy shredded texture that we're looking for. Add some olive oil and an onion, and we're just gonna cook that and saute it for just about 5 minutes or so until the onions soften and begin to brown a little bit. So once our onions are softened, we're gonna add a little bit of minced garlic and just stir that in to incorporate. We will add our jackfruit, some vegetable broth to keep this vegan. Now we get to spice it up. So a little bit of cumin, some chili powder, and then I love using these minced chipotle and adobo. It comes in the can. I'm also using a little bit of the chipotle and adobo sauce. This is all gonna mix in and give it like a nice smoky, lightly spicy flavor. Don't forget the salt too, you guys. Finally, a little bit of lime juice. We're gonna combine all of this and then cover it and let it simmer a little bit just so that the jackfruit can really pick up all the flavors. So once your jackfruit has simmered for a while, all we need to do is break it up a little bit with your wooden spoons, and you can see it totally looks like pulled chicken or pulled pork, and it smells incredible, you guys. And then we're just gonna make some tacos. So we're gonna keep these completely vegan and plant-based today. I'm using soft corn tortillas. You could use the crunchy ones if you wanted, or even put them in a larger like flour tortilla to make a burrito style. So the toppings I'm going to use, we're gonna have some nice crunchy purple cabbage. I love adding colorful crunchy elements to tacos. A lot of foods are brown, and it's great to give you that visual appeal by adding things like that. Some purple cabbage, some really nice radishes, and here's a tip for those of you that are trying to go plant-based or eat less meat or eat less dairy even. I'm gonna use some avocado instead of cheese or sour cream. It's gonna give you that nice creaminess that you like on top of your Mexican dishes without using animal products. And then finally, a little fresh cilantro. Look how delicious that looks. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe and try it at home. Thank you for watching this episode of Cuisine Secrets. I'm Julie Hardigan. Make sure you subscribe to our Store Brands USA YouTube channel, and I'll see you next time.